bless you, you too.
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Ten seconds.
10 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, welcome to the Stephen Smith Show. God bless you. I am so glad. I am so glad I got my regular TV person back again. God bless you, all of you all out there. Glad to be seen on another week. I pray everything is going well with you on today. Well, another week has come, another show has commenced. I like, I always start with something. My condolences were, again, I attended I went to the viewing of Francis Lennox. My condolences go to Catherine Smith and to Hamilton C. Smith, the fourth, and everyone else. My condolences go there. Also, Sunday, I was out and about, and I got some viewers that I didn't know. Stan the Man Bell, the bell ringer. Thank you for the words of encouragement, how you say you've been watching, and how you said what we say here and other places blesses you. God bless you. Also, my namesake, Reverend Stephen Smith at Mount Vernon, he gave me a word of encouragement. Brian Harris. Brian is like the man. I don't know whether Brian is undercover running for mayor in some year on down the line, but Brian is a great brother and a person to know. This is Brian that works for Apple. God bless you. Okay. I got my new TV lady. She's been to Vegas for training, so I got to make sure that I do stuff right now. But Brian works for Apple, and God bless you. Your words of encouragement also the other night blessed me. I wanted to talk tonight because I was thinking, first of all, I wanted to do this because I put this out on social media, and this is heartfelt. This isn't trying to come up on anybody. This is really what I feel. And I wrote, and then I sat there thinking, okay, can you hear me better now? God, I thought something was wrong. I was sitting there thinking, I said, why do I have to post this on social media when I'm on television? So I said, I did post it on social media, but I realized that there's a larger market out there somewhere. And this is what I wrote, but I'm saying this to you all. I wrote that I was interested in getting back into the educational speaking market. Nearly 15, 20 years ago, I spoke at schools on a regular basis. I allowed these opportunities to go to the wayside for ministry and for business. I now realize that our schools and our educational systems are now one of the prime marketplaces for servanthood. I bring a unique voice and a unique skill set to the table. I can speak to the inner city child, and I can speak to those of prominence, position, and power. I can't shake this, folks. This is a burden that I feel like is something that I need to do. Since these thoughts have come upon me over the last week, I can't shake it. And you can call me at that number that's printed. If you have all of you teachers out there, all of you educators, all you instructors, if you're looking for someone to talk to your children, to speak, I'm your guy. So my number's printed there. Feel free to contact me. I wanted to talk tonight because I was led to a passage of scripture, a very uncommon passage of scripture. I was led to the book of 1 Chronicles, verses 11 through 15. It reads as follows. God bless you, Brother Tim, on Facebook. I want you all to share this on Facebook. Leave a comment where you're watching from. This is what I had from 1 Chronicles 11, verses 11 through 15. It reads as follows. And this is the number of the mighty men who David had. Jashabim, a Hatchmonite, the chief of the captains. He lifted up the spear against 300 slain by him at one time. And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, the Ahohite, who was one of the three mighties. He was with David at Pasdammim, and there the Philistines were gathered together to battle, where was a parcel of ground full of barley, and the people fled from before the Philistines. And they set themselves in the midst of that parcel and delivered it, and slew the Philistines, and the Lord saved them by a great deliverance. If I were to focus on a subject on tonight, I would like to go to verse 12, 1 Chronicles 11, verse 12, and the star of our show tonight, and I'll give my theme. And it's saying, after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo. Folks, sometimes even a dodo can get it. This Ahohite, who is one of the three mighties. I want to talk to you tonight about fighting for what's yours. Fighting for what's yours. I believe that we're living in a day now where we lose so many battles. We lose so much that the Lord has in store for us. And the enemy simply wreaks havoc because we won't fight for what's ours. Folks, back in the day, when we were still scrapping, like I said, I'm from Azalea, off College in Macklemore. Back in the day, you had to fight for what's yours. As a matter of fact, when I moved into the neighborhood, I remember when we moved in the neighborhood, we moved from one street and we moved to Azalea, and there was a guy on the street, and the guy's name was Roughhouse. And you could not get any props on the street unless you fought Roughhouse. Roughhouse was about that tall, but I promise if you start fighting with him, Roughhouse was about 19 feet tall because the fight never ended. And it wasn't the fact that you beat Roughhouse or lost to Roughhouse. It was the fact that you fought him at all. Folks, you couldn't get no props on the street unless you put up a fight. And folks, I think as children of God, as people of God, we're living in a day now where we're not even putting a fight. The devil's wreaking havocs with our mind. The enemy is wreaking havocs with our children. We're losing so many things because we won't fight back. A woman's great need, the way that they are intrinsically made, is that a woman wants some security. And it's amazing now, maybe that's so many, why we have so many male-female quarrels and women-men and husband-wife issues, is that sometimes the man won't fight at all and the woman's left to fight by herself. Folks, you gotta fight for what's yours. Yeah, what you took home may have been 36, 24, 36. And now the Coca-Cola bottle has gone to a 1 liter or 2 liter, but it's yours. Fight for what's yours. In this particular text, Eleazar, the son of Dodo, like I said, even a dodo can get some things. The Ahohite, who was one of the three mighties, 1 Chronicles verse 13, he was with David at Pasdammim. And there the Philistines were gathered together to battle, that they were being attacked. Where was a parcel of ground full of barley. There was a piece of land, or on this spot of ground, as I hear so many Baptist preachers say. It was a particular spot of ground, and the people fled from before the Philistines. Now, here he is. He's ready to put up the fight of his life, and all of a sudden you look around. I've been in those little things where you think you're going to fight with your boys, and you look around and your boys ain't there. So Dodo said that the people fled from the Philistines, and and they set themselves, this is talking about the mighty men and David, they set themselves in the midst of that parcel or that spot of ground and delivered it and slew the Philistines. And the Lord saved them by a great deliverance. Folks, I think that's significant that God put that in the text, that they were saved by a great deliverance. I believe that great deliverances are missing some of us because we won't even go out to fight. Folks, the great deliverance won't come to you on the sidelines. Preach, Steve. I just did. A great deliverance is going to come when you're actually on the battlefield where it's all going down. You got to fight for what's yours. Now, this particular text talking about Eliezer, the son of Dodo, it was kind of echoed also by 2 Samuel verse 23 and the passages in 2 Samuel 23 verses 8 through 10. It gives us a tad bit of a difference, a tad bit more about this Eliezer, the son of a dodo. You ain't gonna let the dodo, Eliezer, son of Dodo, hopefully you won't let a dodo outdo you. 2 Samuel 23 verse 8. These be the name of the mighty men whom David had, the Tachmonite that sat in the seat, chief among the captains. The same was Adino the Esnite. He lifted up his spear against 800, to whom he slew at one time. And after him, this is going back to this old Eliezer I told you about, and after him was Eliezer the son of Dodo the Ahohite, one of the three mighty men with David when they defied the Philistines that were gathered together to battle. And the men of Israel were gone away. Now here's your help. Here is your roadies, your homies, your frat, your everything. And all of a sudden you look around and ain't nobody there but you and a couple of guys. It said that the men of Israel had gone away. They had fled. So now it's their time. They're up against overwhelming odds. Verse 10 says, he arose. This is talking about Eliezer, the son of Dodo. Y'all gonna remember him after tonight. He arose and smote the Philistines until his hands was weary. He went to cutting. Like Mother said, I'm cutting. It said he smote the Philistines until his hand was weary, and his hand clave unto the sword, and the Lord wrought a great victory that day. That means Eliezer went in there and he started cutting from left to right, from north to south, from east to west, and they had to snatch the sword out of his hand. And folks, I'm speaking that word to you, and I hope you're getting this, because I'm trying to put this in proper context to you on tonight. Many of the problems in the ills, Paul said that we're living in perilous times. But Paul didn't think that all of us blood-washed believers would be running to the sidelines. He thought that we would at least fight back. He didn't know that we would be moved out of the way by bullies, and that we're grown folks and we won't even put up a fight to fight the enemy back for every spot of ground, just like Eliezer, the son of Dodo, that he fought for his spot of ground. He fought, your car may be a hoopty, and you may be driving that hoopty, but it's yours. You got to fight for what's yours. Folks, we're in this predicament right now because we have people that stay silent sometimes when righteousness commands you to speak. You're to speak the word. Preach, Steve. I am. In the word in season and out of season. But I'm just going to tell you, you got to fight for what's yours. This is an edict. This is the word. This is the clarion call. I know it's 9 o'clock and you're rubbing your eyes and you went ready for Action News 5 or whatever else. But this word is speaking to you. The enemy is wreaking havoc in your life just because you haven't fought for what's yours. Yeah, I know she's a little bigger than what you when you married her, but you gotta fight for what's yours. I know he's got a little less hair, sister, than when you took him home, but you gotta fight for what's yours. You gotta fight for them children when they running wild. You gotta fight for them children. You gotta be like Sophia. Oh, I feel this one now. That one just hit me. All my life, Sophia said, I had to fight. I had to fight my daddies. I had to fight my uncles. It just ain't safe around here.